Ooh, that's scary.
That one was loud.
Yeah, that was loud. I'm Jammer. That guy right there
Huh.
is Shagdog,
That's
the
something.
Shackster of ceremonies for the Falltoberfest 2023 Extravaganza Special Spectacular. That's right, people. We are continuing on, and we are the Spitter Swallow Beer Review.
That's right, Jammer. I'm doing UFOs. Pumpkin journey to journey to planet Pumpkin.
Journey to
Uh,
Planet Pumpkin, huh?
seasonally spiced brewed with real pumpkin puree
Hooray.
and yeah, puree. Imagine a pumpkin vine wound its way in a field of barley, and a brewer harvested it all to make a beer. Add northwestern hops and a blend of spices, and you got UFO pumpkin. Malt combination provides a smooth body and slightly sweet flavor. Sweet balances perfectly with earthy notes derived from the pure pumpkin. Like all of our UFO beers, UFO pumpkin is unfiltered, so it's wonderful. Flavors are right there in your glass. 20 IBUs, ABV 5.9, pumpkin beer. Uh, if it goes by any of the last couple of harpoons I've had lately, they all sucked. So hopefully somebody cares about this one when they brewed it.
Well, that sounds exciting and interesting all in one, Shagdog. I'm doing Samuel Adams Jacko Pumpkin Ale, not to be confused with Jacko, which is Michael Jackson, or you know,
It has like a little hand puppet,
yeah, his little hand puppet that used to Jacko him.
Jacko.
It says right here, Jacko's cinnamon and nutmeg aromas recall memories of freshly baked pumpkin pie. It has the ideal balances of seasonal spices with a crisp, refreshing finish. This pumpkin ale pairs perfectly with the transition of summer into cooler days and nights. Jacko Pumpkin Ale. Gets a 4.4 ABV and is 74 by the BA. It's going to be, to say the least, interesting to see what Samuel Adams has done to pumpkins. You know,
Yeah.
cut a hole in it.
Yeah, that one's been out
I
for a
think that's
couple
what that.
years, so
I think that's what that means. Cut a hole in it, make a little O, Jack O, lantern.
that's why the pumpkin looks surprised. Like
Yeah.
this one
Oh
will be
my
like
God! What is he doing back there?
mouse will be like,
Yeah.
okay.
It's got a nice, thick, frothy, foamy head. Uh, it, man, it's a dark, almost burnt orange yellow color. The head's a little off white. It's gonna be something to taste here because I've smelled it and I mean it's got the like the pumpkin pie spices, almost creaminess to it. The smell itself, it's almost
Mm.
it almost smells like the pumpkin puree. Like you're talking about. It smells sweet. You know, maybe almost smells syrupy in one way.
Yeah, I do like the darkness on that one.
Mm. Um, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Shagdog, how's yours?
It's kind of an orange, cloudy, uh, orange, maybe a little rusty, orange, rusty, cloudy. The head, still a two finger head there, and it smells pumpkin, allspice, cinnamon. It might be all right, actually. It doesn't smell overwhelming with allspice or anything, so I think I might like it, might
Hmm.
not. It's on the verge of like it's going to go this way or this way.
Well, mine has like nutmeg, pumpkin spice, pumpkin pie spice smells, a little clove in there,
Yeah.
and so it smells pretty interesting. I hope that it's better than what I think Samuel Adams is when it comes to pumpkin beer. I hope.
Well,
So I'm going to go ahead and give mine a sip, Shag Dog. If you're ready, it'll be great to join me.
I'm ready to fly this.
Join us. Join us. Cheers.
It hates the fats one. All right.
It puts the lotion on his skin.
I'm trying to do Gollum.
You're going to need a bigger boat. Boy, that was not what I was expecting.
You better pack a lunch.
Yeah. Oh, man. That is not what I expected at all. Man. Wow. Not what I was thinking.
What you got on it?
Like a cola, like almost like Coca-Cola pumpkin pie, or pumpkin Pepsi pumpkin pie. I don't know flavor. It's got the clove, the pumpkin pie spices. It's syrupy, but it's watery, and it has like a cola flavor.
That is strange.
And very watery. Very watery. And 4.4 ABV. What do you expect? I mean, it's like a light beer.
Yeah. Mine's 5.9.
But the whole thing for me was the fact that I get the malty flavors, I get the spices, I get the clove, the nutmeg, this pumpkin pie types flavors, and I almost get a creamy flavor in there and everything. But it tastes like a cola, a pumpkin cola. Which surprises the heck out of me, you know? I mean, there's fruitiness in there, but there's sweet malts. Man, I guess you could say it's almost appley in a way, you know, as far as fruit goes. But definitely a cola flavor, you know. I'm
weird.
just,
So
yeah,
I did that
I
one
am.
2 or 3 years ago. I've done that one. Maybe it was last time I did some Fall Oktoberfest beers directly with you. So I can't remember what that one tastes like.
I'm just completely thrown because I didn't expect that at all. But hey, what am I supposed to say? I give Samuel Adams props for always being adventurous and trying new things. That this is one brewery that I will tell you will go out there and throw it against the wall to see if it sticks.
Right.
In my opinion, this went through the wall. Never to come back, hopefully. Yours, Shagdog? It's malty,
Come
has
on,
a
Rich.
light carbonation, tastes like cola pumpkin. Pumpkin cola. Doesn't even taste like beer.
Weird.
It is so weird, Shagdog. It is strange.
Yeah, this one is pumpkin, spice, cloves, allspice. It's not my favorite pumpkin beer, but it's not too bad. I've had some that I don't like because it's overdone. It's kind of a medium range for the allspice and all that. So,
I love your internet.
am I still lagging?
Oh, you lagged big time, and then all of a sudden you sped up and caught up to yourself. I don't.
That's what happens when you ride a small bus. I'm lagging again right now. I thought about getting T-Mobile,
Yeah,
the
pumpkin.
5G internet, but I don't know. Somebody said you won't be able to stream good with the 5G internet. You
I
know,
don't know.
I don't know. I have to look into that.
You got pumpkin beers, you got pumpkin pie, you got pumpkin bread, you got pumpkin.
Pumpkin pudding. Pumpkin soup. I guess you could make a pumpkin soup,
Yeah,
right? You
there's
got
pumpkin
squash.
soup.
I mean, you got squash soup, and that's in the
Yeah,
pumpkin family, right?
yeah, you definitely have pumpkin. Man, I'm just. Can I say kind of like the opposite of what I really mean?
Yeah.
All right, so delightfully, meaning I really don't, I wasn't too happy with this, but delightfully disappointed.
I don't know why my computer's like jacking up. You're disappointed, huh? Well, this one I'm actually a little not. I want to say pleasantly surprised, but I'm surprised it's better than what I thought it was going to be. Because the last couple of UFO beers I had, they've been doing. UFO does a lot of fruity type beers.
Hey, I love the name
Which one?
UFO thing.
Oh, yeah.
What is it now? Say it again. The name.
UFO Pumpkin.
There's a name to it.
Harpoon.
No,
Journey to Planet Pumpkin.
exactly. I love the name.
Yeah.
Could you
That's what they
imagine
put on
seeing that if William Shatner as James T. Kirk and Leonard Nimoy as Spock and DeBoris Kelly as Bones or McCoy, Dr. McCoy, was traveling through space only to come upon planet Pumpkin.
Right. What's
It's
on a planet?
dark, dark, dark space surrounding a pumpkin-shaped planet cut out, glowing from the eyes, nose, and mouth. And they came across it.
Yes, and this North Pole is removable and has a stem.
Yes. And on top of that, before they are allowed to step on the planet, they have to say trick or treat.
Right. And then, how do they enter the planet? Through one of the holes, or are they just stay on the surface? It's got gravity, this pumpkin.
I don't know.
There you go, planet pumpkin.
But also, as they're there, depending on whether they pick trick or treat, would depend on what happens to them.
Did you grade your beer, Mr. Pumpkin Planet?
No, I'll give this a. Okay. It almost tastes like a pumpkin cola. Sweet, syrupy, with
Wow.
spices of cloves, cinnamon, and nutmeg, and pumpkin pie spices, creaminess. Yeah, it's sickening on the stomach. I'll give it a C minus and a swallow.
How many more pumpkin beers you got?
I got several more to go.
I only got like one or two more. That's it. And one more Oktoberfest. So it's gonna
As
be a
far as
weird-
I'm concerned, the pumpkin beers, the one that is the number one pumpkin beer for me
I heard
is
you.
Tampa Bay Brewing Company's Gourd's Gone Wild. Got a great name, and I mean it has TBBC. I mean TBB is the Tampa Bay Brewing Company.
I could stand for something else.
Yeah, well, I'm always reminded of taking care of business. You know,
It could be Totally Bad Beer Company,
totally bad. No,
TBBC.
totally bad beer. Okay, all right, well, but Gourd's Gone Wild. I think that's a great name,
Now, two that I would recommend to you if you ever find them.
and it was delicious. And in
It's-
fact, I've been savoring. I had a 4-pack, and I have one left,
Oh,
and I've been waiting to just drink that and
like
savor
skin
it.
Cancer. Hey, two I might recommend to you if you ever come across them is Great Divide Pumpkin. Not what the hell is the Bigfoot thing they have? What's it called?
Yeti.
Yeah, not the Yeti pumpkin because that's a stout pumpkin, but the Great Divide pumpkin is a regular pumpkin beer, ale, whatever. I haven't had the Yeti one yet. I was gonna buy that one. That's the one I broke. I told you when I went shopping one time. I didn't. But Great Divide Pumpkin's pretty good. And if you could ever find it, Noda, Noda, gorgeous pumpkin.
Okay.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous. I like the name of that.
That was a really good one too. I was pleasantly surprised last year when I did that one. I couldn't find that one this year though.
I'm pleasantly surprised that you were pleasantly surprised about any kind of pumpkin beer.
But I did get the second, because the first time I broke the Yeti pumpkin. I broke the can fell out. I thought it was a different one, so I got two of the same beer. Anyhow, then I went to a different brewery later. I saw that one, but I was like, I saw the regular Great Divide Pumpkin. I was like, let me just get because they were selling that damn Yeti pumpkin for $10 for the can. I was like, yeah, I'm not paying $10 for that damn thing.
Wow.
But the regular Great Divide pumpkin was, normal.
That better be a damn good pumpkin beer.
Shit, that pumpkin beer come alive and have with JJ.
Yeah, and invite you to Gourds Gone Wild.
Right. But I do have the Great Divide one. But this year I got a small can. Last year I had the big can. This year I got a small, regular size, 12 ounce. So that was really good, man. I wish you could have got that one. You can't find too many Great Divides down there in Florida anymore, huh?
We get a few here and there.
I mean, I did that Haas Oktoberfest a couple weeks ago, and never seen that before.
All right, so just for your cat perv, I'm sorry, yes. I've been prolonging it for you guys. Samuel Adams, and it says cheers on the inside.
Oh. Hey,
shout out to Norm and Cliff and,
Sam
and Coach and Woody.
What's her name? The two women on there.
Diane and
Diane. Was that blonde? That was Shelley Long, Diane?
Yeah, Diane.
And what did Christy Alley play? Who was her character?
Christine.
Now, her and Coach are only two are dead that we know of, right? From that show? Her and Coach?
Yeah, because as far as I know, Norm is still alive. And Frasier has come back with a new show.
Yeah, not good. That show's not going to be good. Two things. His father's not there, and his brother's not there.
Yeah, and so's Daphne. He's not there, but
yeah, Daphne too. Yeah. Oh, I love Daphne.
She was a sexy little minx. That's what I call her, a minx.
Yeah.
But it does have some of the Frasier signature type comedy.
Yeah.
I watched the 3 episodes. I thought it was okay. It wasn't great. It encompasses some of Frasier's comedy. I kind of like some of it. But I think to myself, it's hard to capture fire twice.
Yeah, and you know what?
Or lightning in a bottle twice.
The guy who played his dad, even though the guy who played his dad is only like 5 or 6 years older than Frasier or some shit like that. But I liked his dad part. And the brother was, I don't know if he was really gay or supposed to be playing a gay part. It came off as a flamer to me.
Well, he is gay in real life, but
So I guess right. Okay, can't play a straight guy if you're gay.
But he was one of these. Well, in the show he was straight.
Yeah, but I could tell he's like on the flaming side of things.
Well, you on the show they chalked it up to him being thinking he was so much better. Uppity up.
Yeah.
Now.
Or they say now, bougie.
Bougie. Yeah.
Bougie.
Bougie.
I say it the French way, bougie, or the Cajun way, bougie.
Now, what I'm interested in finding out is he made some references, Frasier did, in the new series, where he talks about, I spent a little too much time in a bar, a particular bar back when I was in Boston. I don't think I was my best self.
Really?
And then but now he's back in Boston and he's working in Harvard. So what I'm thinking, he's going to a bar with his son and all that stuff. But what I'm thinking, wouldn't it be cool if they go back to the Cheers
for one episode or something?
for an episode or two, and Norm's there, and Cliff's there, and
Still there.
Sam's there.
Now, do you think Cliff should be retired from the post office at this point now?
I think he should be retired. I think everybody should be retired except Sam is, just overseeing stuff.
Cliff's part-time at the post office. Or
Part-time as a trainer.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Norm is doing Uber.
There you go.
That would be a contradiction because he's drinking all the time and doing Uber.
Did I get my grade on this, Jim? I didn't get my grade.
Oh,
Let me get my grade real quick. It's not really bad, actually. I'm surprised. I can't give it a B minus, C plus, but a swallow and a quarter, a sworder. There you go, bam.
Oh, yeah. But I think it would be funny to have him walk in and be there when Norm's showing up or something. Have him at the bar, them cluing in on the bar, and then Norm walks in, and everybody, like clockwork, goes, Norm!
Right. What's really sad is because Chrissy Alley died. All these years, they could have done a reunion. Never did it.
Yeah.
Now they're thinking, like, we should have done a reunion. Oh, Chrissy died. You wait until the last fucking minute for things. But guess what? I heard, I don't know if it's true or not, Jerry Seinfeld mentioned something. Somebody asked him about the Seinfeld show, if we ever going to do a reunion. He's like, something's in the works. And what's her name? Luann Dreyfus or whatever the hell her name is.
Louise.
Yeah. I don't know. She's related to Richard Dreyfuss. I don't know. But somebody asked her later, hey, did you hear about this? Is there another show going on? Not that I haven't heard nothing about it. That's new to me. So I don't know if there's something new going on with a new show or maybe a reunion. Hopefully.
I personally think that with their experience of seeing how Gilligan's Island and all those others had reunion shows, that they should plan for it. They should, after all these years. I mean, look at the fact that Frasier came back. Night Court has come back. It just proves one of two things, okay? One, that they can't come up with anything new.
Right.
That's any good. And two, they're going to take what's good and corrupt it and bring it back and corrupt it and make it somewhat good, but not as good as the original because it's too woke.
Right. That's what I was going to say. Woke. Yeah, a little woke. I think they could do that with Seinfeld. They're going to be too woke if they come back with Seinfeld.
I think if Seinfeld comes back, they would have to embrace the same type of thing. They would have to make fun of wokeness
and everything else. Yeah, everything, really.
Because think about it. I mean, if they were to come back, they've grew in that whole category.
Who knows if they have kids?
They've seen the wokeness of it all.
Right. Who knows if they have had kids since then, Yeah,
well, George, I think what would be really funny is if George actually becomes very successful.
But he has 3 kids with 5 different women.
Yeah. That would be funny. Him paying child support for it. So he's poorer than what he was before. But he's had 3 wives and 5 kids,
He's still working for the Yankees, but this time he's like a janitor of Yankee Stadium. He mops the floor or some shit.
I don't know. That would be funny. But you talk about their parents. That would be hard to bring back characters because most of them are dead.
Oh, Ben Stiller's dad is dead. Yeah. So George is dead, right?
Yeah.
Well, that happens. That's life. You could say a one episode or something about him or something. That's all you can do.
I think it would be awesome though to see a reunion show at the very least, if not a reboot.
Who was the other one that played the uncle? Was that Jerry's uncle? No, the other crazy guy is like
he
Jerry's
had
uncle, right?
Uncle. I mean, he had his couple. He had his uncle, and then he had. That was Jerry's uncle.
Yeah,
I think he's dead too.
He's probably dead too. Yeah. Hey, people die.
But I think it would be funny because if you actually have crossovers, would be even better. Like Seinfeld doing stand-up in Boston runs into Frasier. That would be funny.
Yeah. Cheers is hiring for stand-up comedians. He applies and...
Yeah.
And he does a little stand-up show at Cheers, and
Yeah.
Frasier, the rest of them, are all there. Yeah.
The King of Queens meets up with Everybody Loves Raymond again, you know?
Yeah, Frasier can make jokes about like a fat dude and a post office worker sitting at a bar.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But you know, I've watched the Frasier episodes. They're all right. I watched all of the new Night Court. It's okay. It's not.
How about all your other great shows, Magnum PI?
That right there, I after the first season, I just kind of like, yeah,
Hawaii Five O.
Hawaii Five-0. I was very disappointed in. I didn't even get to finish the first season.
All the shows you used to love, they come out new ones, you don't like them.
I mean, come on, how are you gonna beat? I'm sorry, Jack Lord.
Yeah,
How are you gonna do better than him?
it's like a SWAT. I didn't like the new SWAT either.
And the thing about it is that they've gone completely woke too, because what do? What's his name is not the other side characters. I forget their names, but they made them female or relatives or female of that character, you know. And I don't know. It's like, okay, I understand you want to incorporate it all. I'm all right with beautiful female women, you know, being a part of it, but.
And what do you think about this show, Jammer? I don't know if you remember this show. It's called White Shadow.
I remember that. That's
high school basketball.
Yeah.
In California. And all the guys on the team were mostly black. There was one white guy. He was Italian. His name was Salami. That's pretty racist. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it might be also indicating how big his, was. Big as a salami.
Could be. True.
Yeah, I think about all these reboots and stuff like that, and though it's interesting as a fan of the original, I'm usually disappointed in it. Murphy Brown was a complete disappointment.
But she was in it still, right?
Yes, she was in it, and the original characters were in it and all that stuff, but it was a complete disappointment because they were too woke. They were too hateful of Trump and all that stuff.
She did something back in the day.
She used to make fun of everybody, and it was no one in particular politician or any like that stuff. She made fun of everybody.
I know she did something way back in the day politically. I don't know if it was against Bush or somebody as conservative. Made a big stink. But, yeah, I didn't watch the new one anyhow. I didn't give a fuck, but...
I watched 1 or 2 episodes of it, and I was like, okay, I'm done. And that's why it gets... See, that, and this is the crazy part about it. They try to introduce this wokeness. They try to introduce these crazy thoughts by using older, established characters and programs and rebooting them. But then they become completely big flops.
Right.
And the reason is because those characters, you know, when you try to change the characters and make them like I said, Murphy Brown used to poke fun at everybody, used to attack everybody. It wasn't just one particular politician. It was everybody.
I never watched Murphy Brown to begin with anyhow, so I don't care.
Yeah, well, I wasn't a big fan of Murphy Brown. I got stuck watching it, so I had to, you know.
Lisa?
Yeah. But overall, you know, the reboots and stuff like that, you know, they try to take advantage of established characters, and then they still fail.
Yeah. Hey, I don't know what we're gonna do here at Jammer next because I got another pumpkin beer and I got a hacker shore.
All right,
that's it.
Let's do another pumpkin beer because I got one.
All right, I got the Great Divide pumpkin.
All right, well, I'll figure out what I got in a minute.
All right, then.
Thanks for watching, commenting, subscribing, liking, and sharing. Tingle the bell for Shagster, the king of ceremonies, man. For 2023's Falltoberfest. I'm Jammer.
Yes. And we're going to be right back here in a second. Down on some beers.
Because we are the Spitter Swallow Beer Review. Are you picking your nose?